Hey guys, Steven Slate here, and I'm really pleased to be showing you some really cool new features of the Blackbird Studio drum sample expansion for SSD and trigger. So one of the cool things that's unique about the Blackbird drum expansion is all of the microphones and effects that John McBride used to record it, and I'm going to show you some of those right now. So we just loaded one of the snare drums that we used in room D. And I'm going to start off by playing just the two top mics, the bottom mic, and the overheads. So take a listen to those. So let's talk about some of the other things that John did. So this first mic here is called Snare Effects. It's actually not a mic. What it is a mult where John sent some of the microphone tracks into a sonic maximizer. And this is going to add tons of sizzle and bite. So I'm going to slowly bring up this fader so you can hear how you can customize this into your mix. Here's off. So you can hear that adds a great amount of sizzle and bite. It's going to have a lot of added versatility that some of these other libraries do not have. Now this second effects fader is actually a sample of a little quick digital reverb, and what this is going to do is add a little bit of extra depth and bigness. So listen as I mix this in. Here's it cranked. So I'll leave that about halfway. You can hear that little bit of added extra tail that it gives the sound. Now let's start adding in some of the room mics. So first is just the general room mic fader. This is about 4 different mics, some tubes and ribbons. If you watch the Blackbird launch video, you can see some of the mics that John used. But let's just hear that added in now with the rest of the mics. Now that adds a really great depth to the whole entire sound, and you can hear how beautiful Room D is and why so many big name acts record there. But here is one of my favorite mics. This is called Room B, and what this actually is the chamber of Room D. This is an actual chamber, and it sounds amazing. Wait till you hear me add this in. Let's take a listen. Isn't that incredible? Let's back it down to right about here. This is where I'd want it, for a general ambient snare sound. Let's take a listen. And finally, we have a mono room that I believe John sent through a Fairchild compressor. We're going to add a little bit of that, so let's take a listen. So this is just one of 10 new snares that you'll get in the Blackbird expansion pack. And remember, it works for both SSD and for trigger. You'll have all of these different faders and sounds to play with. Imagine how many different snare sounds you can get out of just one single snare with all of these options. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy the Blackbird expansion pack for SSD and trigger. Happy mixing.